Chatters, chatties, welcome home for a Great American Chat, a podcast where we chat about great American media. I'm Chad Maurice, and I apologize for being a half an hour late, but this website that I used to stream would not work. I tried two different browsers and I could not get it to work. I don't know. I restarted my modem, I restarted my router, I restarted my computer. I've tried everything. But anyway, now we are here, and Cricket is back from her weekend with Trevor Donovan, which we need to hear all about. We need the deets.
Absolutely. No, it was an amazing, amazing event to raise monies for the no kill shelter of Paws Place in Wilmington, North Carolina. It was wonderful. All the Dono fans that were able to attend, we had an amazing time. The sisterhood, and we didn't want it to end. It was so amazing. We got to take pictures. We got to play a little poker. Um, we just had an amazing time. It was so nice to be able to spend that time with everybody and see everybody and meet people that we had never met before as well. So it was an amazing time.
You got to dish with the Dono fans, right?
Got to dish with the Dono fans. I did.
And
And
how much?
laugh and
And how much
cry
money?
and all
How much?
kinds of stuff.
How? Oh, good. And how much money did you win in the casino?
I didn't really tally the monies at the end because I was having so much fun. I didn't realize the event ended and I still had all my poker chips in my hand. So I just gave them back. It was just fun, but I didn't buy any additional. Let's just say that. So
And you got to visit with Trevor, right? How much time did
absolutely.
you get to see or spend with him?
So he was mingling in the event area, and he
Mm-hmm.
was so gracious. He had to kind of speak a little bit in the beginning and be introduced, and then after that, he came right over and took pictures with the Dono fans. Thanked them for being there, and just mingled with the rest of the group, and we got to see him quite a bit that night. So yeah, it was great. He even we got to see him one morning down in the lobby. He came and said hello to all of us. So, yeah, we got to see him, and it was great to see him again, as always.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm glad you had that opportunity to hang out with him.
Yeah, it was
So
great. Just great.
yeah, so tonight we are chatting. Oh wait, I'm guessing Cat's here in the chat. Oh, there's Cat. Yay, hey Cat. Thanks for
Thanks,
being
Kat, for
here.
your patience,
Yeah,
right?
thanks for hanging around as I tried to get this software and website to work. So tonight we are chatting about a county rescue, the third episode of the second season, and the title is what, Cricket?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even look at this. Okay, I don't know the title, but let me tell you this. I got my county rescue first aid kit out because I
Oh,
thought you
okay.
needed it for your computer.
Okay.
Um, and And I wanted to say you can text rescue to 877-999-1225, Chad, and they might be able to help you.
That's funny. Yeah, my computer needed that. Yeah,
Oh, sure did.
I know.
But no, I don't know what the title is, and I should have looked. You've asked me this twice now, and I did not even
I I don't want you to look. I want you to take a guess.
um resurrection. I don't know.
Resurrection. Did somebody die?
No.
Well, the father came back to life. No, that was in the last episode.
That was in the last one,
That
that's
was in
right.
the last episode. No,
No, I say
what?
resurrection because I feel like there was a life for somebody in as one of the characters who maybe
Mhm.
had pushed away a dream but then brought it back.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
that's why I
okay,
kind of thought of resurrection, but I know that's probably
okay,
not the name of it. So
okay. Good idea. Good idea. It's this is a weird one. It's called Feathered Symphony.
okay.
Why it's called that, I don't know.
Okay. May I don't know either. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's the title. It's directed by Sherry Rigby, who plays Tamra in this episode and on the show. And
Okay.
it's written by Lauren Swickard, who wrote the last two episodes. So we are at Marcos's art gallery, his grand opening, where he's showing all his artwork. Dani sees an angel picture that Marcos drew, and she says, I didn't think you were a believer. He says, I'm open minded. It's a nice thought to think there might be something or someone watching over us, which that's true, it is. So, Cricket. So, what's your take on guardian angels? Do you think we have them?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right.
Absolutely.
I like that thought. Yeah.
Absolutely. When I was a kid, I remember playing out. I lived in a trailer park, but we had like this train trestle in the back behind this field. And they had these, like those, like in warehouses, the wood flat things. There was a bunch of them stacked up, and we used to play King of the Hill on them, right?
Yeah.
And I can remember climbing all the way up to this top one, and it was way up there. And I literally fell off of it. And I did not get hurt. I didn't have sticker bushes. I didn't have nothing on me. All I saw was a flash of light, and I got up and walked away from it. So
Oh, wow.
it's
So
not really a person, but I believe that there was something there.
someone was looking over for
Mhm.
your well-being there, right?
Yes, yes, I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. What do we got in the chat here? Wait a minute. Cat says maybe because of angel painting.
Oh, the
What?
feathered symphony.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. The word feathered because the angels have wings. Yeah.
Hmm.
Feathered symphony. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. She's talking about the title of the episode. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Duke and his wife are there. Oh, and you can definitely feel the tension between Danny and Duke.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. You could cut that tension with a knife there. So they are nice to each other, but yeah, you can definitely feel the friction. You could tell that too.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she knows he's coming back, which means she's not going to have a spot on the team.
Uh-huh. And
So
he
yeah,
wants and
absolutely.
he wants to come back.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
and you can tell throughout this episode that he's a little bit worried that they might not have him back.
Yes. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
definitely tell that for sure.
Yeah, that pops up again later. Yeah. So the fire department comes in and shuts down Marcos because of some fire violation. And I have to say, Marcos is looking sharp in this three-piece suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely is.
he's
I
looking
think,
pretty good.
well, he looked good in that one episode too when he had his uniform underneath too. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Where they were at the first where they're at the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, he looked good there too. So we'll talk more about this fire department thing a little bit later here. So they get a call about a woman with a head injury. Tim gets a little smitten by the young woman because they both have similar living situations. She is taking care of her grandmother, and he is taking care of his mother. So, what do you think? Do you think we're going to see this girl again in the future?
I think they may cross paths again. I do. I mean, I would have to think that if they're introducing this character, and they're having these similarities, that there's got to be a reason why they're making a big deal about it. You know what I mean?
Uh
To
huh.
make them have this connection.
Uh
So
huh.
yeah, I do believe that somehow, some way, there'll be a connection between them two in some form or fashion.
Yeah, because usually they don't talk or get to know the people that they rescue. Usually you just show them working on them real quick and then they leave. Put them in the
Right,
ambulance and
right.
leave. You don't. They don't. There's no interaction usually between them.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah.
I
Plus
agree.
she was conscious and able to talk though too. So
True, true. That
yeah,
is true.
yeah. Oh wait. Oh, we got. Oh, Kat says in the chat. Kat says Marcos always dresses well. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Misty's here. Hey, Misty.
Hey,
What's
Misty,
happening?
he
Misty's here.
made
Misty
it.
says, I
Yay.
think Tim gets smitten with most girls. That's funny. Oh, no, my connection's being funny again. Oh, Cricket just froze up. Oh, no. Either that or I froze on her end, probably.
Nope. I can still
All
hear
right,
you.
let's wait for the connection to come back.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
man.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm really, really here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm really, really here. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hold on.
Um,
Oh, did you come back? Did I froze, didn't I?
Now there you are. I see you.
I froze, didn't I?
No, I could hear you the whole time, and you were moving. So I
Oh,
don't.
you
It
can hear
must have.
me?
Yeah, I. It was like we were still live, and I nothing happened, but you kept
Oh,
saying
well,
I was
it's
frozen. So
you. Yeah, you were frozen on my end, and it said I lost connection on this
well,
website.
let's hope they didn't hear me singing, saying I'm here, I'm here, I'm really, really here.
Oh, what's Kat saying here? Kat saying it would be nice for Tim to have a new love interest. Yeah, I agree.
True.
Yeah. Oh, Misty says she loves the floor show. Yeah, that was a nice little setup Marcos had
Hmm.
there in his art gallery there. Oh, Misty says neither of you has froze on my end. Oh, really? Oh, we were still moving? Oh, okay.
Oh, then they heard me singing. I'm so sorry.
Kat says it seems fine on YouTube. I see and hear both of you. Okay. Oh, Misty says, girl, I saw it all. Were you really singing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I got to get my notes back up here. Oh yeah, so I had a feeling when I was watching this that we may see her again, maybe in the
Hmm.
future. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we find out what Ashley's letter was all about from last week. Oh, so this was exciting. They revealed this right, like in the second scene or something.
Yep.
The second scene right after they played the theme and the opening and everything. I thought they'd like wait until and reveal this later in the episode. But yeah, we find out she got a job offer that she didn't apply for, and it's with an emergency unit that her dad used to work for, apparently to be a flight paramedic. So she's going to be flying around in a helicopter, right?
Nice. Yep.
Yeah. Now, when you were an EMT, did you ever fly around in a helicopter?
Not as an EMT. I flew around in a, I don't remember they called the double helicopter when I went spy rigging one time, but other than that,
Wait, when you went what?
okay, so with the Marines,
Spy
they
rigging?
have it's called spy rigging.
Spy rigging.
Yes.
You got to
So
tell me what that means.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the double helicopter, the Chinooks, or there's another term for them, I believe. They have this big, huge nylon rope that's dropped down in the middle of the aircraft, and so basically, like the SEAL teams that are in the mountains, or a SEAL team or a team of soldiers who needs to come out really quick from an area, they'll drop this down, and you hook onto it, and then they lift you up in the air, and they take off. So you're not even hanging on to anything. You're just hooked on this rope and they take you off. So I did that in California when I was out in CAX
Wait,
in
say that
29
again.
Palms.
Repeat that again.
So
This helicopter drops a rope down to you?
so you can do it multiple ways. The way that I did it was the rope was on the ground and
Okay.
then they hooked me onto it and then they lift the helicopter off and then as the helicopter lifts up the rope lifts up and then you just take off.
And
And you're like,
you're
yes,
dangling from the rope
yes,
under this
yes,
helicopter.
yes, yes.
What's the point of this?
It was amazing is what it was. And I have to tell you, I'm afraid of heights, but since we started on the ground first and then they took off, I felt like Superman. I felt like I was flying. Like it was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I did it. I have a fear of heights, but being female in the military at the time, I was trying to prove myself and I didn't want to let my Marines down. So I said I would do it. And so I did. And I'm so glad I did because it was the most amazing thing ever.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
And how long did they swing you around?
We were probably up in the air 15 minutes, 20 minutes, flying
Really?
around. Yeah, all around the desert in 29 Palms, California. It was great. I loved every
That
minute of it.
that is wild.
hmm But as an EMT, I never did anything like that. I did have a friend once who did fly in the helicopters as a medic, but no, I never got to fly in a helicopter doing that. I was always on the ground in the ambulance. So
Have you ever parachuted out of a plane?
no, I want to skydive, but I'm scared to death to do that because see, then
Yeah.
you're up in the air first, and then you have to
Uh-huh.
literally
Yeah.
decide to jump out. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So I don't
That's
know if I
true.
I would love to do that, but I don't know. I would have to be I don't know. I don't know if it would ever happen. I'd have to be really convinced that I'd be fine, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question there because I don't know if I could ever do it.
So, so Kat says that she heard you singing.
Oh,
Misty
Lord, I hope.
says it was cute. No apologies. Oh, Kat says you have a nice singing voice, Cricket.
Oh, thanks, Kat.
Now
I'm so sorry. I was not realizing that you guys could actually hear me.
what's Misty saying? I wondered about the migraine girl coming back too. Yeah, but Tim seems
Mm.
to fall fast when he falls. Yeah, that's true. So him getting all close to her so quick didn't surprise me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Misty says you have a cool life, Cricket. My son. Oh, her son wants to be an EMT. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. It's a demanding job. It really is. But you know what? There's something about saving lives and being there for people. So it takes a
Uh
special person to be able to do it.
huh. Uh
Patient, special,
huh.
and yeah, there's
So
moments.
Misty says it's not jumping out that scares her, but the meeting the ground part.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I knew a kid. He was like a friend of a friend, and he was like 19 or 20, and he decided he was going to go skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The dumb chute had a problem opening.
No.
He hit the ground. I think he was paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yep.
horrible, Chad.
I know. I know. And my brother was in the Air Force,
Oh, okay. I
and
didn't know that. Nice.
my brother always said, uh, "Oh wait, let me put you." My brother always said that you got to be crazy to jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Yeah. 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 Um, I always said if I was on a plane, I'd always wanted to have a parachute because then if the plane would start going down, I could just jump out the window or something. But yeah, that would never work. But still, it's a nice thought.
Oh, we got. Oh, sea ground earth. Okay, I'm just reading some of the comments here. All right, let's get back to it here.
All right.
All right, so yeah, flight paramedic helicopter. Oh, Scout. So I got to say, I was really close with one of my guesses last week.
Yep.
You remember?
Yep.
I
I think
said,
so.
let me put the screen over here. I said on one of my guesses that she was getting transferred.
Hmm.
So that was close.
That was close.
That was close.
Very
She got a
close.
job offer. Got a job
Yep.
offer.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
way off. Way off.
it was a good guess though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So let's see. Andy and her talk about how good the money is and that they could definitely use it. And then Andy says a prayer asking for God's guidance in making a decision. Uh, oh yeah, Misty agrees with me. She says here that she was surprised that they released the info so fast. Yeah, I
Hmm.
thought they were going to wait until later in the episode.
Yeah, make it like a cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get this. Let's see. Oh, so Dani, she's at the station and she sees a photo hanging on the wall with Duke in it. And she comments that he's not even back yet, and she already feels like she has been replaced. Andy busts Dani's chops about playing darts with Griffin because apparently Griffin must have posted their picture on social media or something.
Mm.
And Tim doesn't look too happy when he finds out Dani and Griffin were hanging out together again. Of course, Tim doesn't know that she shut Griffin down at the
Yep.
end of their little pizza date.
Yep. He has no clue.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks mad though. He's got his arms crossed, you know. What is that the beard yet?
Oh yeah, he's got the beard working.
Yeah, okay.
Got a little stubble.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember. I'm looking at the picture going, is that the one? Okay.
yeah. Let me just check the chat here. Tim isn't over Dani, Misty says. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Not yet.
definitely not over her yet.
Not
Mm-mm.
quite. So So Scotty shows Andy the drawing of Dani from last season and says, I don't know what to do. So Andy says, let's work on it together. That was just a real quick scene there.
Yeah.
We still don't know what's going on with Scotty. We're gonna chat about that a little bit later. He's up to something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Now we're up to my favorite scene here. So Griffin finds a confused older man wandering around the parking lot of the country club, and he's trying to find his car. Griffin offers to buy him lunch and hit some balls with him, and asks if there's a family member he could call that he would want to join them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like this scene. I think Griffin is really good with this guy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like even with the last week's episode, he's had that training, and it's you can still see him displaying those characteristics of being an EMT. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think it is a very good saying. He handled that very well.
Yeah. 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 Definitely. Oh, Kat says she feels bad for Scotty. Oh, Misty agrees with me. She says she loves this scene too. Yeah, this was a good one.
Hmm.
So let's see. Griffin calls 911. Dani and Tim show up. Dani says to the guy, hey, I know you. And it turns out that he is Tamra's father. They ask him questions like his name and the day of the week and all that stuff.
Hmm.
He gets the questions right, I believe. Tamra shows up. They tell her there are no signs of a stroke, but he was confused earlier.
Hmm.
Tim says, I can give you the names of a few physicians that specialize in dementia. So, yeah, there's Tamra. She's the one who directed this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's funny, as an EMT, that's one of the things that we always have to look for. They call it being alert and oriented times three is what we used to say.
Right.
And it's the questions that you have to ask to see if they know, like we used to ask people if they knew who the president was, what state do you live in, or what state are we in, what's the date, like all these different identifying questions. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's bringing me back, Chad. Bring me back.
Bringing you back. Oh, Kat agrees with me. Very good scene. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
If I leave the pictures, if I leave the pictures that small, can you still see them? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh well, it's changing. All right, you went back.
it's
All
okay.
right. All right. So Marcos gets served with papers to appear in court. Apparently, he doesn't own the building that his artwork is in by himself, which I didn't know. We didn't know that last week. I thought he
Yeah.
bought the building by himself.
Hmm.
He has a co-owner, and they are suing him for liability because of the fines they received from his opening. I guess because he didn't have a carbon monoxide detector. All
Oh
right. So,
wow.
so
Yeah.
we got so we got to chat about this. I found this storyline a little difficult to buy.
Well, you have to remember in the one scene though, the fire guy was coming to inspect the building. So
Yeah.
I'm like, they inspected the building, but why didn't they catch it when he was there?
Well, he wasn't there. What's her? Liz was there. Remember?
No, 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 not Marcos. I'm talking about the fire chief or whoever came to do the inspection. That's their job, is to tell them what they need to
Oh yeah.
fix.
Oh well, they tell her. Oh well yeah. So um, they told Liz, but she was half asleep.
Oh, that's right. That's
That's what they
right.
say.
See, and
That's
that's the thing. Oh man, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me finish this next scene here. The scene on the right here. Marcos has words with Liz. She says, "I was sleepy. I didn't hear the building inspector tell me about the carbon monoxide detector."
Okay, yeah, yeah.
He says, "This art gallery opening was everything to me. That's the last time I trust you with anything." Yeah, so this storyline's ridiculous
Yeah.
because the building inspector, there would have been paperwork.
Yeah, there would have been
It would have been
paperwork, yes.
Liz paperwork that said everything that was wrong and what didn't pass. And she would have
Right, and
looked
why
at it
didn't
and read it, and she would have told Marcos, or she would
yes.
have given the paperwork to Marcos, or the person who co-owns his building would have gotten a copy of that paperwork, so they would
Right.
have known, and they would have told Marcos. You
And
know?
I'm wondering if that was a scene they cut out, because maybe they did give her the paperwork and she stuck it somewhere and then just forgot about it.
I don't know, but it was ridiculous because there would have been a paper trail. He would have known.
Yeah, he would have known. Yeah. But I mean, if they would have shown a scene with her setting it in the desk and he puts it away by accident or something and then didn't read it or something, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, that's true.
there,
That would have
it's
explained it. Yeah, that
yeah.
would have
I mean,
maybe
like if they
explained it
got
better.
shuffled underneath something and he forgot because he was busy
Right,
and just didn't look at it, thinking everything was good. I mean,
right, right. Yeah, if they would have shown that, then I would have bought it a little bit more. I would have been
yeah.
more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
What are people in the chat saying here? Oh, cat
Cat
says
agrees.
cat says it was reaching a bit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Misty says, "Why would the fire department tell someone who wasn't the owner?" Oh, yeah, yeah. Cat
Yeah,
says,
normally I think you do have to have the owner of the building. I don't think you can have a representative. I
"Yeah,
think she
that's
said
true."
that.
Even if she
Mhm.
was sleepy, didn't she read it on the? Yeah, that's what I said. She would have seen the paperwork and she would have read it after the guy left. She would have looked at
Mhm.
it. Oh yeah, Misty agrees with me. I'm with you. This didn't make much sense to me either. Yeah, I think you might be right, Cricket, about them cutting too much. Cat says we're all thinking alike.
Mm.
What's Misty saying? These episodes should be longer. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be an hour, not 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cat says maybe there was too much editing. Could be, could be. I don't know. That was the one part. That was the one part of this episode that I didn't care for.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back to where. All right, let me get to the next slide here. Oh, okay. Here's another good scene. Back at the country club, Griffin is hanging out with Tamara and her father. Griffin offers to pick her father up on his way to work so her dad can hang out at the country club and Tamara wouldn't have to worry about him. She offers to pay him, but he says, "Don't be silly. You've done a lot for me. I would like to help out you and your dad." Now, I gotta say, I love these two together.
I'm getting that impression like their chemistry there.
I like these two together.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think they do have some chemistry.
Yeah. I picked
Yeah,
up on that on the last episode with the dad, when the dad
yeah,
was out and he was around. I'm pretty sure she was around then too, right? Because they were talking, if I remember
yeah.
right.
She was on the last episode. She's been on all three episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think they'd be a good couple.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
said last week, even though there's an age difference, I still like them together.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I know it's not going to happen.
I
I
know.
can only dream about it. I know it's
I
not going
know.
to happen, but I'd like to see Griffin take her out on a date.
Yeah. Yep.
Just an innocent dinner date, just to see how it goes, and
Just right,
just
right.
to see what would happen.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I was feeling that kind of chemistry there, Chad, too. And I didn't know if I was the only one that was kind of picking up on it, but I agree with you. I think there would have been something there more so.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cat says we need to give our feedback to Bill and Great American Family. Cat agrees with me.
yeah.
She says she likes them together too. Yeah, so do I.
Hmm.
Misty says I think she is helping him get ahead. Yeah, I'm not getting romantic vibes. She's not. Oh, I'll have to pay more attention. Oh, I was getting some friendly vibes there. Oh, let's see. Okay, so at the station, Scotty is on the floor. Why he's picking up these flower petals and putting them in this little bag. So what is he up to? What's going on here? Could you figure this one out?
No, I didn't know what this was.
Yeah,
The only thing I
yeah,
can remember, I unless they're trying to use it as like a metaphor of, things passing away or, wilting away, and he's got to pick up the pieces. I don't know. I was trying to figure out what exactly this scene was.
yeah. At first, I thought he was picking these up for Danny. Is he going to give them to Danny for some reason?
I don't
That was my
know. Like,
first thing I thought of.
I don't have any idea
And then I
unless
thought, is Scotty married? Maybe he's gonna pick. He's doing this for his wife or something. Special
I don't.
occasion thing for his wife. I don't know.
I really don't know. I
Yeah.
just know in the very beginning she gave him flowers. Danny did. The very first episode,
Oh,
remember?
that's right.
So I was trying to do some symbolism with the petals, thing, and trying to see again if they edited part of the scene out, like what significance did these petals have? So that was my my idea was the fact that she had given flowers in the beginning. He's picking these petals up. He's trying to save her basically. I don't know. I don't know. Can't figure it out.
Cat says, is he making potpourri?
Oh, that's awesome, Cat.
uh, oh, Misty thinks Scotty is weird. Him and his pedals.
Him and his petals.
Strange
Oh my
phone
goodness.
calls. If he gets busy signals on, in a couple scenes here, he's gonna get that phone call scene. So anyway, Duke walks in and surprises him. I thought Scotty was going to hit his head on the desk when he was standing up there.
Hmm.
So Duke started woodworking, and he brought a game that he made for everyone. And Duke says, I'm really looking forward to coming back. And Scotty gets lockjaw and doesn't say anything. And Duke notices that Scotty doesn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think? You think maybe Scotty's not planning on bringing Duke back?
I don't know. I don't know. They always leave you hanging on certain scenes, like to
Mm-hmm.
you think just when you think you know what's going to happen, you really don't. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. It's almost like Duke is trying too hard too, in my opinion. Like they know you're coming back, but why are you like trying to convince everybody you're coming back? You know what I mean? Like it was already established. So I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence. I think Scotty was just taken aback because he doesn't want Danny to go. That's what I think. He doesn't want Danny to go, and
He doesn't
he's
want
like,
Dana to go, yeah.
right, and now like Duke is in his face, like giving him gifts to like
Yeah.
smooth him. You know what I mean? But he doesn't really have to because he's already said he can come back. So I don't know.
Oh, Misty says she felt awful. Scotty looks like he is leaning towards Danny. Yeah.
Hmm.
Kat says this was awkward for Scotty. I don't envy his position.
No, not at all.
Oh, what is this Misty saying? She thinks they over edited it and brought in her wilted flowers and dropped on the floor. And he brought her wilted flowers and he brought in her wilted flowers. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, what's oops. Oh, Misty says Duke isn't really healed. It's like he can't work fully on his issues. Oh. Yeah. So we get the feeling that Scotty's going to try to keep Danny on and he may not bring old Duke back.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see here. We got to find out what all those phone calls are about he's making, too. So Liz
Mhm.
tries to talk to Marcos again. He isn't having it. He says, I don't want to hear it. I'm heading to court in an hour to get sued for money I don't have. Tim innocently walks in on them, and he can tell something is going on. Marco says, I'm just tired. Liz says, good night, Tim. I'm going to bed, and she leaves.
Yep.
So, yeah, like we said before, I'm not liking this friction between them two. I think they could have come up with a better way. If they wanted to create friction between these two, I think there's a better way they could have come up with it
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, again, I mean, depending on, what happens, I mean, it's almost like they're bringing another dynamic to the episodes. You know what I mean? Because like why would you cause friction between them? What's going to happen? Like I want to know like what is that going to do? Like it kind of opens the door for another
Mm-hmm.
what if. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. How does Misty know this? She said Danny brought fresh flowers to Scotty and they died, and he brought them into the kitchen and they dropped, but we didn't see that part. How do you know that, Misty?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Suspected. Oh, is she just
Inquiring
guessing?
minds want to know.
Is she just guessing? Suspected over edit.
Oh, well, you sound like you knew exactly what
Oh
happened,
yeah, she
so
must be guessing. Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
agree.
darn
Yeah,
good.
this was a tense episode. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Misty says, me either. I would have thought as friends they would have talked this out more. Yeah, this was like a major shutdown. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Danny.
Yeah,
I remember now. That Danny used to bring the chief
mhm,
flowers. I forgot all about that.
yeah, I remember that.
Oh wait, Kat says the friction is to move them closer to the Lord. It
Oh,
is. Oh, okay.
hey,
All right. All right. Well,
sounds
I'm
good to
for
me.
that. I'm for that.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, I always feel like in this show there's a lesson to be learned for sure, just
Right.
based on the episode so far. So that would
Right.
not surprise me if that was the case.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Scotty is trying to make this phone call. We don't know who he's calling. All we hear is this voicemail asking him to leave a message. He looks at this suit coat on the back of his door, and then he starts pondering and thinking. And what's the significance of that coat? There had to be some significance because they showed it. The camera showed it.
I don't know. Like, I mean, to me personally, I'm like, okay, why would he first of all have a jacket or jacket, coat, whatever?
Uh
Why would
huh.
he have that hanging in there and looking at it, pondering? And my
Yeah.
only thing is he was going to talk to somebody, but who? I don't know.
Oh, you think he was going to have a meeting with somebody?
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
that's a good
Yeah.
thought. That's a good thought.
Hmm.
Oh,
That
maybe
yeah,
the town councilman that he was trying to call last week or something like that. The city
maybe.
councilman or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
That's a
That's the
good
only thing I
thought.
could think of. It's the only thing I
Uh
could
huh.
think of.
Yeah. Yeah. That didn't. Yeah. That is a good thought. Maybe he was going to have a meeting with someone and he's trying to get a hold of him on the phone. He can't get a hold of him.
Right.
All right. That's a good thought. Okay. Now we're up to the ending scene here. So we're at Danny's parents' house. Danny and her entire family are there, and Hunter is there. They are bringing her father home from the hospital. Hunter stays for dinner, and then he and Danny have a talk outside, sitting on the curb out on the street. And I got to say, I really like this scene. I thought it was really picturesque with them sitting
Hmm.
on the curb at night under the moon and under the street lights.
Yep. Little
Yeah.
romantic there. Hmm.
Yeah, you was a little romantic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime you can have nighttime and the moon and a little bit of light, hey, you're in.
So Hunter opens up to her and tells her he was in a car accident after they broke up and almost died. He says he was saved by the ER doctors, and that is why he wanted to work in the
Mm,
ER. He said when this job opened up in his hometown, he took it as a way to be near his family, but also because he thought he might have another shot at Danny. He
mhm,
says to Danny, I still love you. Danny says, you and I aren't meant to be. Ooh, ooh, that's cold.
mhm. It was, but I felt kind of bad because I know in that one episode that we saw, like he basically said, "Oh, you're not good enough. You're not good enough to do anything." But how
Mhm.
ironic that somebody saved him when he was in a car accident, doing the same thing that she's doing now.
Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
You're right.
So that's when he had a coming to the Lord, if you will,
Uh-huh.
moment
Uh-huh.
and was like, "Oh my gosh, I look what I did to her, and
Right.
God is
What
showing me
right.
that I should have never done that."
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good
Hmm.
point. He probably thought, what she's trying to pursue is important. Look what it did for me.
Yep.
Yeah. I should have supported her. Yeah.
Yep.
He's having second thoughts.
He is.
Yes, I bet you're right. Oh, Kat says she also liked the scene. What's Misty saying? Danny seems, wait a minute, let me get this up here. Danny seems pretty positive about her feelings regarding Hunter. She's done. I do not think he is a quitter, though. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. He just got up and left. Got up and
He's
that
like,
was
"Bye,
cool.
Felicia."
That was cool. I like how they ended it. I like how they ended it. He just gets up and leaves, and you can see the brake lights in the background as she kind of stares at his car.
So yeah, there's no. I'm sorry. If you are still in love with somebody, you're not going to just get up and walk away. You're going to fight till the death. I mean, come on.
Yeah, got to try to convince her, right?
There's an old song, a Reba McEntire song about brake lights going down the road or something.
Misty says exactly, Cricket. His comment about her really hit her hard, and it's hard to feel connected to
Mhm.
someone when you wonder if they value you and your abilities. Yeah,
Yep.
love the scene though. Yeah, I like the scene. I thought it was a really cool scene. So that wraps up. You know what? That's the third episode, so we're halfway through. So we only have
Yep.
three more episodes left. We're halfway through the
Mhm.
season. So, like
Yep.
Kat said, I thought this episode was intense. We had a couple,
Yeah.
couple of scenes there,
Mhm.
several. There were parts of this episode that I liked and parts that I didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I felt like it had more scenes in this episode too than the majority of the other episodes.
yeah,
Like
did it? Okay,
so much more going on, if you
more
will.
going on. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
They didn't
So I
just
like.
continue.
Yeah, the one thing I liked, we got a little more action in this episode.
Mhm.
They went
Yeah.
out on three calls.
Yep.
We saw
Yep.
them taking care of the girl, or the girl who's taking care of her mother. That was one call, and then Tamra's father, and then the bicyclist that was on the ground. We didn't. They were with that bicyclist for like 2 seconds. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if
Yeah,
they got
I
hit
don't
by a
either.
car or they pass out. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah.
They were.
I
I
don't
don't
know. It was
know.
quick.
It
See, and
was
I
quick.
think they're editing so much stuff out that you just have no idea. Like I don't know. I wish they would not do that.
Uh huh. Uh huh. What
But
do we got here?
who am I, right?
Kat says Danny seems pretty resolute. Lots going on, Misty says in this
Mhm.
episode, with lots of openings for more stories. Yeah. Yeah, I really wish they'd make them an hour though. Yeah, they need to make them 45 minutes and then they add in the commercial so they're an hour long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh what are your thoughts on this episode? What do you think? How does it compare with the last two episodes?
Um, I mean, I liked it more so this episode than last because I feel I got more information.
Oh, okay.
So in that regard, I did like it.
Mhm.
It was some scenes were intense, some were kind of ridiculous a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm. Yeah.
But in all fairness, when you're in, that mode of watching and that that ain't realistic, or that is not, excuse me, let me use proper English. Um um you kind of go with it, you know what I mean? So for me, I just felt like I was able to acquire more information. I saw another side of Griffin again,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
it was a little different. I mean, she shut him down, but yet I don't know. I still get that vibe he's pursuing Tamara. I just do. I don't know why, but I do. I have that vibe too. Um, so yeah, I just feel like Danny is in a place where she's shutting down everybody. I don't think she's
Yeah, last week she shut down Griffin. This week she shut down Hunter.
yeah, and Tim the one before,
Oh,
remember?
and Tim. Yeah, Tim. She's just
Yes.
called Tim a friend. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, she kind of
Yeah,
shut him
so
down
I
too.
feel
Yeah.
like she is like preparing herself for something. Like she doesn't want a
Mm-hmm.
relationship. I mean, she just wants a friend, but even then she's kind of pushing everybody away in my opinion. So, I don't
Uh-huh.
know. Overall, I thought it was an okay episode. I just felt like a lot of things were edited out that kind of made the scenes not make sense in some aspects, but I did
Uh-huh.
like it. I did like it.
Uh-huh.
I did
Now
like
you
the
mentioned
episode.
Griffin. I gotta
Mhm.
say, that's the other thing I liked about this episode. I liked the scenes with Griffin and Tamara's dad. Like I said,
Mhm.
that was my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah.
And I liked the scene with Griffin and Tamara
Mhm.
because, like I
Yeah.
said, I feel some chemistry there.
Yep. Yep.
And I gotta say, I was not a Griffin fan during the first season,
Yes.
but you know what? I'm 100% Team Griffin now
Yep.
because I think,
Right?
like you mentioned, I think this episode shows what a good heart he has,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
think he's deep down he's really a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's showing another side to him. I like
yeah,
the fact that he's working in a restaurant too, because again, it's like you're serving people, even though it's
uh
in a
huh,
different, aspect or whatever.
uh
But
huh,
he's still giving. He's still serving, and
yeah,
so, I love that symbolism. Again, like I always try to pick things apart, and I just still see that, and he's just doing it in a different way. And you're right, he's good at it there too.
yeah. Yeah, last season he was kind of this cocky jerk, but this season I
Mhm.
really like him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And yeah. And one thing I was going to say about these scenes happening so fast, like these rescue call
Mhm.
scenes that they get, we did get to meet like the girl on the first scene, and we got to meet Tamara's dad on this scene. That's the first time they've
Mhm.
ever like interacted with the people that they were rescuing, and the
Right.
first that's the first time we ever got to know them. And I like that. I'd like to see more of
Mhm.
that. I like to see them get to know the people that they're rescuing more. And I
You know,
think
it's
what? Go ahead.
oh, well, I was going to tell you something. It's funny. The other night I was looking for something in my storage bin and I came across when I worked in ICU. And it's funny that you say what you're saying because it was like a letter that the patient wrote to the staff in the hospital thanking them for, pretty much saving her life. And at the end of the letter it says, you know, I know that you're not supposed to get close to your patients, but this is one patient that was glad that you did. Because that's the one thing they teach you. You don't get involved with your patients.
Uh-huh.
You don't get attached because anything can happen to them. And
Uh-huh.
so it's funny that you say that because it is so much more personal and but in real life normally, you're cordial, you're there to help them, but you try
Uh-huh.
not to get attached, but it's so hard.
Right.
It's
Right.
so hard.
And actually Tim mentioned that when he was talking
Mhm.
to that girl. He said, "Well, we're not supposed to talk about our personal life," he
Yes.
said, but then he
Mhm.
mentioned about him taking care of his mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The
Yeah.
thing of it is like you have to find something that can put you on a level that they trust you. Because I mean, you're coming up to this scene. They don't know you. They don't know what your experience level is of how much you know or what you don't know. And they're
Mhm.
putting all their trust in you. And that trust is very heavy on your shoulders when you're out on a scene, I have to say.
Mhm.
And it's so it can be very stressful. So you try to find those little things here and there that you can connect with your patients to get them to trust you on a certain level. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
not easy sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Kat says she's a huge Griffin fan this season. Yeah.
yep.
She's sad that the actor passed away. Yeah, because it would have been nice
No,
to have seen what his character
I
could have done next
know.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Misty likes the action. She and her son like the action, so she liked the more action in this one. Saw a little blood too. Oh, we did. Her son likes seeing the blood. Oh, jeez.
Hey, some people do. Some,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I knew people who they lived for that stuff, like the gruesome, the more I don't know. It was just, yeah, I was like, mm-mm.
yeah.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Oh, really? Well, you had to see it.
No.
You had to see
I
it,
I
though.
mean, I had to see it all the time, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like, I don't like seeing it. That means I got more work to do.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's true.
And it
That's
means
true.
sometimes the patient is critical, and I don't
Yeah.
like that either. I
Right,
want them to
right,
be okay.
right. You want it to be easy
Mhm.
rescue. Yeah,
Easy
yeah, yeah.
rescue and ship them off to the hospital, and they're good to go.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah, and I was thinking if these episodes were longer and there were more of the episodes, that maybe we could get more of a backstory of the
Right.
people they are rescuing, and we could
Hmm.
see more interaction with them. And maybe
Yeah.
one of them could become like a recurring character or something like that on the show,
Right.
someone that they
Right.
rescued earlier.
Yeah. They need to have
Yeah.
Trevor on there.
Yeah. You want Trevor to be on everything.
Hey, he could be a surfer. He could come to the beach. They could save him at the beach. I mean, it's endless
That's
possibilities there,
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. So the things I didn't like about this episode, like I
Mhm.
mentioned before, I didn't like the Marcos and Liz storyline because I just
Yeah.
didn't think it was believable that there was no paperwork involved and Marcos had no clue that he needed this carbon monoxide detector
Right.
for his building. Yeah, he didn't see it. The paperwork, the co-owner didn't see it. Yeah, yeah, that was all. Wait, what's Misty saying? Oh, her son's 13 and a half. Okay, I gotcha.
That's cool.
So the things we're left wondering at the end of this episode, we're left wondering who Scotty is trying to get a hold of on the phone
Hmm.
and what those flower petals were all about. And also, will Ashley take this job?
Right.
There's no way she's going
I don't know. never know.
No, she can't. She can't leave. She's one of the main
I mean,
characters.
I thought about it, but I mean, who's to say that in some capacity, if she did take the job, that she still wouldn't run into them? Just saying.
Oh, that's true, because she'd be on the air rescue squad, so maybe
Yeah,
they would
because it's not
interact.
only
Yeah.
sometimes the ambulances transport to the
Uh-huh.
helicopters.
Right, right,
So
right.
she could
That's
still
true.
have some interaction. So you never know. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, that's
I just want
true.
to know what those petals were, though. I don't get it. I still think it's like symbolism, but I don't know. I really want to know about the petals.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. That's got me thinking too. So yeah, halfway through the season, three more episodes to go. Cricket, thanks again for doing this.
Absolutely.
Again, apologize I was late. We're having problems with my computer and everything.
That's all right. I'll send you the bill.
That's the second time I tried to do one of these episodes at 8 o'clock. It's like my computer doesn't like 8 o'clock. It only likes
It
eight
doesn't.
thirty.
Okay, 8:30 from now on, Chad. 8:30. We're just gonna go there.
All right, tell people your social media handles.
Oh gosh, you made it go past the thing. At Dishing with the Dono Fans, I believe, is the one on Instagram, and Dishing Dono Fans is the one on Twitter. And then my, of course, Cricket.Melendez on that's my I think that's my Twitter one. You put both of them up there, and
No,
the
that's
other one's the
Instagram.
Cricket 7 dot da 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 da. I gotta change that still.
Cricket.Melendez. That's Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. Look, it's so little. I got my glasses on, but that's still so
Oh,
little, chick.
oh, the one with the big long number is X.
Okay, that's X. Okay. Perfect.
Oh, well, I got one last comment here from Misty. I think she takes it briefly. Oh, she thinks Ashley takes the job briefly, and then Duke comes back and Dani stays. Oh, that's a good, that maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she
maybe.
finds the
Yeah.
separation from Andy and her team not worth the money. Oh, maybe there's
Mm.
what do I want to say? Oh, I can't think of the term. When you learn something, oh, my mind went blank.
You're talking to me, Chad. Good luck.
My mind went blank. A little
Sounds like two words.
when you
No.
when you what is that term when you learn something? Forget it. she's gonna
Closing.
learn. She's gonna learn that being happy on the job is more important than money.
Yes.
And I can't think of what the
She
term
has
is.
an epiphany. I don't know. I'm
I
throwing
can't
one
think
out
of what
there.
I'm trying to think of. Well, anyway, so you dropped your social media. So on social media, I'm at Great American Chat on YouTube, IG, and Facebook, and at GA Chat Podcast on X. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks, Misty and Kat, for being in the chat. And
Thank you, guys.
you know what? We got to start doing these episodes on either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday because I just realized today the new episode dropped today on Great American Pure Flix. So some
Yeah.
people have probably already watched the next episode.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
So we'll try to do it earlier in the week from
Yeah.
now on.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. We could
Yeah,
do it, sooner.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Well,
right.
it's been fun, Chad.
Yes, I will see you next week. Until
Yeah.
then, you keep the faith, keep smiling, keep your friends close, and keep your great American family closer.